Hey everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. Look what I have today. This is episode, let's see, 4. Episode 4. Today is the shark. I have one more after this and I'm going to miss them so much, but it doesn't mean I can't do them again. The last one that I have looks very hard. Well, I guess it's not that hard, but this is the octopus. I'm going to save him for another day. I'm going to do the shark because I don't know. I want to do the shark. Anyway, I'm going to try some different things today. I've got my Light Wish UV resins out today, along with the ones I've been using. I took a little pigment powder. I'm going to use that. And I'm still thinking about how I'm going to do it. All I know right now is Light Wishes has a gray color, which is perfect for the shark. So I'm going to start with the easiest thing, and it's the largest thing, and I can really just squirt it right in here and move it around. So that's probably why I chose the shark, because it is late at night as usual. And I figured, let me choose the easy one. Then I'll just move it around with my little scribe. Get it into all the little places. And we'll see how this comes out. I mean, I used their UV resins when they sent them to me a while back in a video, and they all cured pretty good. So I don't think I'm going to have a problem with it or anything. I'm sure it'll cure. It's a lot more transparent than the other ones I were using. So over the parts this time, I'm not sure what color. I'm winging it tonight. I don't have a huge plan. I just brought everything out that I had. I'm just gonna take it as it comes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what colors I choose. So I'm just gonna move these around best that I can. All I did was set it in there for about a minute, just long enough where it's not going to like move on me. So the next thing that I know for sure is the white. I'm going to squirt my white into a cup though. So the white I'm going to use for the bubbles, the waves, and the bird. Last time I did my bird in black, somebody commented, I didn't think seagulls were black. Well, no, you're right. And I didn't even think about a seagull. Because if I did, I would have made him white. I was just thinking silhouette when I did it. So I'm going to make him a seagull today and make him white. So I'm just going to get these bubbles in. This one are the tiniest of all of them. But I like the bubbles in the white. Somebody mentioned pearls, maybe put pearls in for the bubbles, but I just want to get it done in one step, so I'm just going to continue on with the white. And then we've got fish. I've got the sea plants. There's a jellyfish in this one. I'm trying to figure out what color to do the jellyfish, because most of them are just transparent in the water. I've been stung by many of them in my diving days. So I don't know what color I'm going to do that little jellyfish yet. I think I'll use one of these Light Wish UV resins on him, so he'll be kind of transparent, because they are transparent in real life. All right, so the waves, Same thing. I like the shimmer in this stuff. That's why I keep using these resins for this project. Plus, in the end, if somebody wants them all as a set, I know they're all a little bit different, but at least the resins will be pretty similar to go together. So I have one more to go to have a complete set. Then I take my little silicone tool before I cure this and just wipe off any spots that I don't want the resin on. I'm actually going to put the resin on the back of the shark to the white. I'm going to make him a great white shark, and he's going to have those white patches on him. Now remember, these molds are dull. They will not come out shiny when I unmold this. So this one is probably going to have to be top coated to make it real pretty and shiny and see the colors properly. I know the sand one I didn't top coat, but I liked the sand natural. But this one, I'm probably going to want to top coat it. So I'm just going to fast forward this part for you. I did take the white off the shark because I did not like the way it looked. Because he's transparent and you can see that it went over the lines. What I am going to do is put a dot of black on his eye. And I think I missed his eye. I gotta wipe that off and start over. It's harder when it's transparent because you're gonna see the mistakes from the other way. So yeah, I'm gonna put black in my cup just to get one drop. One drop right over the eye. And then I guess while I'm doing the black, I'm gonna do this piece of coral black. This one is the worst. Every single one of these have this piece of coral. I'm just going to put some green in the little plant here. Not many plants in this one. And then I think all I have left is the fish, the jellyfish, and then the sky and the water, which I think I'll do something different this time. And the fish, what color do I do the fish? What are those? I wonder if those are fish too. I can't tell. Oh, I missed a bubble. Let me get that bubble. One drop. Probably gonna need new bottles of this resin when I'm done with this one, because I don't have much left in these bottles. Oh, I need to go around the edge too. Let's see, what can I do? The fish, what color, what color? Should I do this red? Actually, it's like an orange. We'll do Little Nemo's. I know it says red orange, that's what it's called. I don't know if you're going to end up seeing them though. I don't think you're going to see these. No, you're not going to see them with the blue water. I took a little bit of orange mica powder and I put it in that orange red, just so we can see these little fish when they're cured behind the water. I think these are little baby fish. I'm not quite sure, but that's what they're going to be now. They're like dots. Need like 1 drop per fish, and that's it. I'm going to keep them all the same color just because fish school together and they are the same kind of fish. One more. Then I'm going to do the outline, probably in a blue. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to do the outline first. What color? This color? I don't know what color this is. It's pretty. That's pretty. Good enough. Hopefully there's enough in this bottle. I have no idea how much is in here. I've used these so many times now. Then I gotta figure out the sky, the water, and the other part of the shark. I'm just gonna go around it with my little dotting tool, make sure it's all down in there. And then clean off the edge. All right, I'm going to cure this for a minute. All right, that's cured good enough. What I did was take some mica powders and I put them in here. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the white. I'm going to squirt some alcohol in here and pretend it's paint. And I'm going to paint on the back of that shark. That's probably too much alcohol. Let me see what happens. I'm trying to keep it like right in the line. Yeah, that's too much alcohol. Shoot. So you barely need any because you want it like a paint, not like a water. So I'm just going to try to dab this off. This is very difficult. This is not easy working this tiny stuff. It's so much easier to just pour resin into a mold. So I'm going to have to add more since I've made too much. I'm just going to add more. I hate wasting this one. This one's my crystal white. This is by Unicone. I love this white. Now I'm wasting it because I have to make it thicker. I want it like a paste. Of course, now I added too much. Goodness gracious, how many times am I going to do this? Now I'm afraid to add alcohol. That's not enough. That's a little better. Now hopefully I can manipulate it where I want it. Too much alcohol again. Goodness, you guys, this is difficult. It looks better. All right, so, oh, his fin right here. I wouldn't have to be so neat if that gray wasn't transparent. But because you can see through, it has to be perfect. I'm not going to do his mouth. Okay, I'm just going to leave that as it is. All right, now for the sky. Let's see, that's a wave. That's the sky. I'm just going to do the same thing with the sky. Alcohol and blue mica. And I'm going to paint the sky on this time instead of pouring the whole thing. I want sky. And water this time. And again with the white, I don't know if I'm going to see through that white or not, so I'm going to try to be as careful as humanly possible. I don't know how this is going to turn out. A lot of clumps on there. If it's a fail, we'll just redo it. That's water, that's water. All right, I'm gonna mix up some resin. I'm gonna cure this first. Cure it completely. Mix up resin. Figure out a color for the water. And that'll be it until we unmold it. I mixed up like 1.5 ounces of my pump resin, my casting resin. And I think I'm going to mix in this aquamarine color just a little bit. I'm going to test out my vacuum chamber today and see how it looks, how it works with my color in the resin. I know my other one didn't do so well, and I just want this barely tinted because I don't want to lose the color of everything else. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of my sparkle dust in here too. Oh, you can't even see that. A little bit more. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, I mean, you won't see the sparkle when you unmold it, but when I top coat it, you will see the sparkle. I don't know, let's try it. What do you think? I'm so afraid it's gonna be, well, I mean, I guess if you, it's barely a color. Let's just do that. Let's see what happens. I'm going to just put a tiny little bit. This stuff goes everywhere, be careful. And then pop this through the vacuum chamber, see if it'll take out all the bubbles with the coloring in it. And that'll be something interesting to learn. It worked. It took out all the bubbles with the coloring in there. Now my other machine did not do that the last time I tried it, so I'm liking this thing more and more every day. I'm just gonna pour this on. Actually, before I do that, I need to put him on this tray so I can move it out of the way. I'm gonna need this spot for something else. All right. Now it's barely tinted green. I hope it doesn't ruin the color of the shark himself. I made too much. Of course I did. Let's me get that up in there. Hopefully the sparkle dust will show. Now it is warped. What happens when you do UV resin in a mold like this and you cure it partially? The mold warps a little bit because it's not all done at once. It's not curing at once. It's pulling when it's curing. So these sides are lifted a little bit more than the center. So I can't dome it perfectly is what I'm trying to say. All right, I'm gonna let this cure overnight. It is late and we will unmold tomorrow, get a top coat on and see what it looks like. I'm so excited. It has been at least 24 hours since I have been able to get back to this. So it's looking good. The only thing is this side kind of curled up a little bit. So I'm not quite sure. It's from the UV resin pulling, like I said earlier. So let's just get it out of the mold and see that we're gonna have to top coat it. And I don't remember what I top coated the other ones with, but I think I'm gonna do UV resin on this one just to get it done. Okay, that's out. Let's see here. So the white mica powder did not work very well in there. Maybe I'll do it again. And it's curled. You could see that lump there. I don't like that. It's like curled up. The little jellyfish is kind of cute. So it all needs a little bit of shining up. All these speckles are actually glitter that we'll see. So I'm not sure how I'm going to get white in there now. Where's my scribe? I mean, I guess I could do it the same way I did it yesterday. I'll just have to be like extra careful. But yeah, I don't like the way that white powder came out. But this one came out okay. I mean, hopefully it'll look a little better under the UV resin. Let me go grab the white. I grabbed this one instead. This is the Light Wish one. I think I'm going to use this one instead. See what it looks like instead of the glittery one. So basically the same thing as I did yesterday, just more careful. So I don't like the way that powder looked. And then I'm going to use my high viscosity UV resin, just because of all the bumps in this thing. It's a thicker resin, so it'll be a little bit easier to manage on top, so it doesn't drip over the sides. So this is, yeah, hard to get in good, so I'll just take my little silicone tool when I'm done and just wipe up the sides. I'll get this cured first, and then I will cure the top coat by itself. Yeah, this white looks pretty good. It doesn't need to be sparkly, I guess. It's a shark. All right, let me grab a silicone tool. What did I do with it? Here it is. I'm just going to wipe it off on a paper towel. This one looks pretty good. That one looks pretty good. This one, not so much. This one, not so much. Not too bad, but still a little messy. All right. I think that is time to cure. That looks a little bit better. I'll be right back. So while I'm waiting for that to cure, I want to show you guys, if you didn't see the other series, this was series 1, turtle and a starfish with a crackle background. So that was the first video I did. Then the second video I did, everybody said, how about transparent? So I did 2 different ways. Completely transparent on this one. And then this one I did like an alcohol drip, which I don't really like because it can't see the dolphin. And I would have changed the waves. Remember, I would have put white waves with blue behind. Whatever. I have a lot of changes I would have made on all of them. And then series 3 was the sand one with the crab. And I top coated only the crab with the UV resin. I think it was just UV resin. So that was series 3. And now today, let's finish up series 4. Let's see if it's done. Yep, that's good. I'm gonna grab actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it on here. This is my shelf to my UV light so it can cure from both sides. Not that it needs to, but actually I want to trim it first. Where's my knife? Guys, I can never find what I need. Here it is, right in front of me. So just trim your sharp edges off. I mean, you can wait until you're done. You don't have to do it now, but it was bothering me. Or your deburring tool. I know a lot of you like Why aren't you using a deburring tool? Because I don't like that thing very much. Clean that out a little bit. Got over poured. Anyway, I'll do this. I'll do most of this later. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take my high viscosity UV resin. Like I said, it's a much thicker one. I'm just going to cover this whole thing. Let's see. Hopefully it's going to look much better. Ideally, you know, use regular epoxy. You won't waste so much UV resin. But because I want to finish up this video for you without waiting 24 more hours, that's why I'm going to use UV resin. So then you just drag it to your edges. That's why we're using the high viscosity, because it'll not go over the edge, most likely, unless you really totally put too much on there. We're just going to shine this whole thing up today. I usually kind of hold my stuff down when I'm top coating with a knife, because it does move all over the place, and I'm going to need more. But that was a good starting point. I'm going to get it all the way over my edge, because the edge is dull too. His eye came out okay. I'll squirt some more on. And then you could take a long neck lighter, pop any bubbles. I'm sure there is going to be bubbles on here. With the amount that I just put on here, yes, there will be. I already see a bunch. So the sky is not looking so hot either with that powder I used. It's kind of dull still, so I'm not really too thrilled about that. Grab my lighter. Get it all nice and debubbled. I think it's all the way to the edge. Just don't heat it too long or you're really going to lower the viscosity and it'll drip right off. My fish covered. I think I got it. My sparkle isn't looking that great underneath it either. So I have to say, this is not my favorite season. Let me put it in the curing machine and see what happens. I meant to say UV light, not curing machine. Here it is, all done. So let me know what you think about this one as compared to the other ones, and what I should do with the octopus that is left. What color should I make the octopus? That is the question. Here is the shark. Not too bad. The back looks decent. You know what, though? The water came out really clear. Much more clear. Well, I guess if you have a white background, it's a little green. But when you're holding it, it looks pretty clear. Wonder what would happen if you just paint the back. So I guess you could paint the back white so you can get the actual color that we made it. That's an idea too. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what color to do that octopus. I will see you guys tomorrow. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.